But as you'll learn, this hostile place holds special significance for Dami. Recently, she returned to Korea to try and reunite her family.
There's more to Dami Im than you know. We're about to enter the DMZ, the most restricted military zone along the North Korea-South Korea border. With Dami's mother and grandmother, we're driving to the border to retrace their family history.
I knew that my grandpa was from North Korea originally, but you know, we never really talked much about him, you know, about his history and how he crossed the border, why he came to the South.
This is the first time your grandma has looked over to North Korea. Dami never met her grandfather. He died before she had the chance. Suk-kyung Lee was in his 20s when he left his family in the north for what he thought would be a brief visit to the south.
He came before the war, and then the war just broke out, so he couldn't go back.
After he got here. After 3 years of ferocious conflict, in 1953, a truce was signed which left North and South Korea divided. And it left Suk-kyung Lee unable to return to his home and family. Stranded in the south, he met Bong Hee-moon, Dami's grandmother.
빨리 통일이 돼야 하는데 언제나 되려는지.
그러니까. We drive on to the border itself. Once we get there, our passports will be taken, our phones will be jammed. We'll have to leave our cars and all of our items in it. We'll be put in military vehicles with heavily armed escorts. It is all but impossible for South Koreans to enter North Korea. It required weeks of negotiation to get permission to come to what's called the Joint Security Area under United Nations Command. It made us really aware that this is a very tense area and anything can happen at any time.
I think right at the moment, the middle of that table is the boundary, if you like. So the North Koreans, if we're conducting these sort of discussions, will come in from the door on my left, and the military from the ROC or the US will come in from the door on the right.
So the line is through the centre of the table, North Korea, South Korea. So if are we allowed to move
Absolutely.
into North Korea?
Absolutely. If you do that, please can I just ask that with these young soldiers that are here, please do not approach any closer than about half a metre of them. You will notice that they are in a specific stance, which is the ROC taekwondo position, ready for action at any time. And if you were to project inside of a very safe area of them, they will react, and it's for your protection by and large.
It was such a short distance, but so very significant for Dami's family to cross the border into North Korea.
How come there's no North Koreans here?
Well, it depends on whether they're going to get interested in us or not.
So they can just
They will come down and look
in?
through the window. No, they can't come in. The door is locked.
So this is...
When we're in here, when we're in from the south, the north door is locked, and vice versa. If we go back the other way, it's locked.
We're actually in North Korea now. This is pretty special. Pretty special that we've got 3 generations of your family crossing over into North Korea, where your grandfather was from, and he was never able to return.
We're in North Korea.
Yeah.
It's
Going to see how Grandma's doing?
Yeah, Grandma in North Korea.
And then,
So we need to go.
Okay.
as North Korean soldiers watched, a US soldier ordered us to leave.
All right, so I need you guys to all go. Yeah, no, I just got told you can't film outside the building.
Dami, please don't leave as well. Hey?
Got it. Thank
There you go.
Can you come somewhere? Yep.
And sir, you can't be recording right here.
When I went there and saw what was going on and the tension between the soldiers, it was just so intense, and realized, wow, like North Korea's right next to us, and we're still at war. And so many people on the north side still suffering, like prison camps, and really, you know, they're dying from hunger, and it's just, you know, it's so strange that we never really think about that, even though it's just right next to where we live. Like Grandma said, we really need to be reunified, North and South.